broke up with me to go to rehearse with Pearl Jam in England. Brad and Eddie were in a band called Indian Style in the San Diego area, and then Eddie liked Brad as a drummer, invited him to practice those songs from 10. While Brad was away, two-timing me, another drummer introduced me to Tim and Zach. Right. So when Brad finally came back, eventually the four of us got in a room, and it sounded like Rage Against the Machine from the get-go.
When you write these insane riffs that you come up with and that are so unique, when you sit there and it takes shape, do you feel that's got a kind of an Audioslave type of thing? Was there a point when you were doing Audioslave where maybe I'm going to save that riff in case there's a Rage record one day?
Yeah.
You know, you sort of designate that's got more this kind of feel to it.
It was never really a matter of saving stuff, but sometimes a riff or an idea has to find its home, and it takes particular circumstances for it to find its home. But it wasn't a video, but between bands or between videos, they played Master of Puppets on that particular day. And I remember I've had 3 musical experiences like this where I remember I was laughing. I'm like, it's crazy people music. It felt like so outside of what music was to me prior to hearing it. The other 2 times were System of a Down and Jane's Addiction. First time I heard them. It felt like
company.
3 bands I love. 3 bands I love. But it was an acquired taste. But when the hammer came down, and I appreciated the rock that is Metallica, was the Monsters of Rock tour at the Coliseum in 87.
With Van Halen?
Yeah, with Van Halen.
Yeah, 88.
That was the biggest ass kicking that any band has ever delivered. So the opening band was Kingdom Come. That was Kingdom Come. And I got there. I'm in the park. I'm there when doors open because I went by myself. I bought 1 ticket. I went by myself. And Kingdom Come comes on. They've got that song, Get It On. It's great. Then Metallica comes. You're on second. Yep. And it's awesome. I'm like, oh, there's that Master Puppet song I thought was crazy. It's growing on me. And they are rocking super hard. There's a riot that ensues in the LA Coliseum.
Now we're going to go do the Tibet thing, and now we're going to do the PMRC thing, or was that effortless? Was it? These are all things we evenly agree on, and off we just go to the races, or were each one of them? There's one guy who's descending, or how did those things come about?
The 4 members of Rage Against the Machine disagreed about a great many things, but politics were not one of them. And often there might be something that Zach is leading the charge on, or I'm particularly passionate about, or something that has like a real kind of punk rock, non-conformist element that Timmy leads the charge on. But we really, as a foursome, that was never an issue. It was like, our first single was "You, I Won't Do What You Tell Me" 16 times in a row, followed by "Mother." Like that was
the gauntlet had been thrown down.
Exactly. We couldn't outflank ourselves in that regard. So when it came time to doing activist work, that was where we really aligned.
What was it that pulled you guys apart from each other?
It was, I think, a lack of, and I'll put myself, first and foremost, kind of a lack of emotional maturity in being able to deal with each other as people.